No, but you can kiss, you can cuddle, but I'm not trying to do that. I mean, no, let me rephrase that. I would love to kiss and I would love to cuddle, but to always cap it at that, I don't like that.
Bed, love,
bed, love,
beyond. Bed, love, beyond. Bed, love, beyond.
Hey, what's going on? Welcome to Bed Love Beyond, the podcast for the hopeful and the hater in us to discuss sex, love, and whatever's clever with like-minded people like you who are also in limbo with love.
Like us.
I'm Martini.
I'm Jen.
And today's episode is episode 115. Can you be/stay in a celibate relationship? If you have a topic you want us to explore or have any questions you want to ask, you can write to us at bedlovebeyond@gmail.com or text us at 201-862-8BED. That is 201-862-8233. All right. So, before we get into all that, what's going on?
I feel like I have
Any
things to
daily
discuss.
dish?
Not really.
Okay.
I find myself losing patience by the moment.
Okay.
But, nothing really. Well, let's say this. One of my many friends.
Yeah.
Remember I explained to you guys that like everyone and their mama is pregnant?
Yes.
So one of my many friends told me that she had a miscarriage. It was very early, very, very early on. Like before she even really announced it to like the masses. And I was as supportive as I could be, but I feel like I wasn't being like the best friend ever. And I feel I had a really, really hard time. Like I really struggled with it because like
struggle in your performance as a friend? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, just struggled with the whole thing because I was kind of like, I can't conceive at all.
Yeah.
So you can. Like the doctor said, you've gotten past the hardest part. Like you are able to conceive. So,
Wait, who said this?
what?
Wait, say that again?
No, like doctor told the person.
Oh,
like,
okay.
You're able to conceive.
All right.
So you just have to try again.
Yeah.
But like
Easier said than done.
I know that it's very upsetting, and I don't want to take that away. I just personally like had a really rough time processing it, and it was also like kind of like a rough week. Like all of my friends seemed to be going through something major, so I was like lending my time and heart and head to everyone, which is fine. That's like what friends do. But I just feel like when it came to that, like I don't feel like I got a real moment to be upset about my situation. So it was hard for me to be upset about somebody else's. And I felt like really shitty. Like I felt like a bad person.
Yeah.
Because that's not who I am. Like I'm like, oh my God, like what can I do? And I tried to be that person. But there was like a part of me that's just like, I really just don't want to talk about this anymore. Because then it's reminding me of my situation. And I don't know how to process any of it. Like, I'm sorry you're going through this. It could have been a lot worse. And, I feel really bad because I know that's like a really shitty way to put it because, someone thought that they were bringing life into this world and now they're not. And I get that.
Yeah.
But I couldn't be that person to be like the best friend ever because I'm like already still dealing with like my shit. And I kind of got like oh, well, you guys can adopt. No big deal. And I'm just like, okay. Like. Oh,
that's what they said to you?
That's kind of like...
Oh, wait, you told more people?
I told more people, yeah. I mean,
I
told my friends.
Oh, all right.
Like, I told the podcast. Who else is there not to tell?
I guess.
They all know. Our listeners know. Why can't my friends know?
I guess you're right.
So, I mean, people knew I was going to the fertility doctor. So, I don't know. So I just had like a really rough time with that this week.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah, there is no,
That's like somebody like crying to you about their breakup that they like met some like guy 5 weeks ago and they're just breaking up and you're just like, I can't even get a date, bitch. Like, shut up.
No, I could.
I know it's like a totally different situation.
No, but I mean,
I know that's like really
everything is relative. I mean, I completely understand what you're talking about. I get it. I get what you mean.
I felt really shitty, and I still feel really shitty. Like, I feel like I should do more, but I'm also kind of like, I don't want to talk about it anymore.
No, but what I was trying to say was that, yes, I get what you mean by that, because technically they had the bigger quote-unquote loss, so you're supposed to kind of put your thing aside, but at the same time, it's still in the same realm of the thing. Both of you guys, at least at the moment, cannot have kids.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I understand why you're just like, oh my God, this again? Like this subject again? Can we talk about, I don't know, like CM Punk fighting this weekend or something like that? You know what I mean? Like, so I could.
Or David Beckham's ass. I don't know.
Sure.
Because CM Punk is of any interest to me.
What's the UFC? You like UFC, so.
Speaking of babies, though, did I tell you that I saw Brooklyn's baby on the stalker net of Facebook?
Oh, I thought you meant I was like,
yeah, like
I was like,
tree.
I was like, Brooklyn is. I was because you said David Beckham, so I was like, Brooklyn is like 18 years old. What are you talking about?
Oh, David Beckham is Brooklyn.
Yeah, I was like, what are you talking about?
No,
I was like, when did you see Brooklyn?
My Brooklyn.
Right. So you saw
the baby.
Yeah, the podcast is Brooklyn's baby.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Oh, so it's here.
It's here.
Okay, boy or girl?
Boy.
Of course.
I don't know what that means.
The freaking assholeness continues. That's what I mean.
Okay.
The next generation. Okay. So how did that make you feel?
Bad for the baby.
Really?
Yeah, kind of. Because, like, he's still kind of posting memes about how much he hates his life and everything. And, yeah, that makes me kind of grateful that, like, nothing ever worked out. I mean, other than for all the other obvious reasons. But, like, that was kind of, like, my biggest beef with my ex. Like, even though my current boyfriend is...
Brooklyn or your ex?
My ex.
Okay.
Even though my current boyfriend is, like, dragging his feet with, like, the whole marriage thing, at least I'm hoping that, like, when if we do get married, that he'll be, like, excited about it.
Oh, I'm sure that he will.
But,
and
like,
also, too, sorry to interject, I'm sorry. At least he's dragging, or I believe your ex was walking the other way.
Yeah.
So, you get the metaphor? So.
Yeah, I get it.
It's not from anything. Well, I'm just saying.
No, I get it. I didn't think it was. No, I get it, though. Like, he was, like, kind of just like, oh, like, I'd marry you if, like, you, like, that was the last thing you wanted. Like, what?
What does that even mean?
Basically, like, if you wanted it, I'd do it. But
well, why'd it have to be the last thing?
Like,
you know, I'll give you this. I'll give you this.
I do it to shut you up, basically.
And then, oh, right, yeah. And who wants to be in a lifetime of that?
Yeah.
50 years of that? Is it 50 years of just, meh?
I don't know. That's how I felt about what he said, but I guess that's not really what he was saying.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't feel like he'd ever have, like, that warmness in his heart. Like, oh, I want to spend my life with you.
Or, like, yeah, I like this.
Yeah,
you know, like,
right,
this is
right.
good. As opposed to just like, yeah, this is cool.
Right.
You know, just being with you. Whatever.
But whatever. He's not a problem anymore.
Yeah. But,
neither's Brooklyn. Neither are any of them.
Thank God. But I mean, I don't know. Okay, yeah, the baby's here. Great.
Yeah.
I hope he does something, because I don't know. Not that I'll ever meet him, hopefully. But like,
I was just thinking about last year when I ran into him. Well, I didn't run into him. My friend invited him out where we were.
Yeah.
I was just remembering, like, my friend Ash. He was like, I was like, oh, Ash, Brooklyn, Ash. And he's like, yeah, I remember him. I was like, you're so awesome. He was like, what was that fuckface doing here?
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know.
Yeah, he's the worst. But I mean, it really does suck that he's still thinking about himself, one, and in that way, two, when probably the greatest thing to happen to a human is here, you know?
Maybe he'll get it. I don't know. If he doesn't, like, God bless them all.
You know, so I'm not, but that's a big thing, man, because like in the news I've just been seeing some crazy shit about like dealing with babies, and I'm just like, bro, come on, man. There was one that I read, it was so weird. I think he was from Atlanta or something like that, but it was like the headline was like 32-year-old leaves baby in church because he was teased by having too many kids. So like him and his wife left their youngest 3-day-old kid, leave them in church because he was being teased that he has too many kids. I don't know how many kids he has. Maybe let's say he has 4. and like, damn son, you got 4 kids? Shit. He's like, oh, I ain't not anymore. So like, I have 3. You know what I mean? So it's like, what?
Stories like that get me so mad.
It's like, come on, man. Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, it's also Mental Health Awareness Month.
And Pride Month.
And Pride Month.
No, Mental Health Month was last.
It's May. Damn, it's over.
Yeah, it's June.
We need to continue into June because more bad shit is happening.
Well, I mean, yeah, let's not make it a month. Let's just make it just awareness. Let's make it a thing. But yeah.
Well, happy Pride Month to everyone.
Yes, happy Pride Month.
And yeah, I saw today that Kate Spade died. So
yeah.
Well, she committed suicide.
Well, yeah.
I'm sure we'll find out more in the upcoming days and hours.
Well, they said there was a suicide note, but they said as of right now they're not going to read it.
Oh, it said.
They already said it?
I just read it.
Oh.
Not personally. It just said like, dear, whatever her daughter's name is. I've always loved you. Ask Daddy.
About why she killed herself?
Oh, I've always loved you. This is not your fault. Ask Daddy.
Ooh, so she's blaming the dad for killing herself?
I don't know. Like, I've always loved you. Ask Daddy how much I've always loved you, or ask Daddy why I'm killing myself.
I think it's the latter.
Because the dad was there when she was found.
Oh, I thought it was the maid.
She found her, but the dad was at the home during the time.
Oh.
I don't know how big a penthouse apartment on Park Ave is.
Right.
Maybe huge, but I mean.
Damn, son. Ask Daddy. Whew, that's not cool, man. Because now he's the number 1 prime suspect. That's fucked up.
He's and
I'm assuming
David Spade's brother.
Oh,
comedian
shit.
David Spade.
Okay, damn. So his sister-in-law died.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's crazy.
That's really sad. She's only 55. Her daughter's only 13. I can't imagine like losing my mom at the most important time in my life.
Yeah.
Where I'm like going through puberty and need to ask her so many questions.
Right.
Everyone's like, oh, that's super selfish, but I don't know. It is selfish, but.
What's the suicide?
Yeah. But you don't think of it like that when you're doing it, I'm sure.
Yeah. I mean, it is. What is the adage? I know I'm gonna mess it up, but essentially it's like killing yourself. It's like killing yourself. Go ahead. What?
I know they said that you like basically just transfer the pain that you were feeling onto your family.
Well, yeah, but no, but the saying is like, killing people who commit suicide is not. They think that doing it is going to. I forget how it goes, but it's like suicide doesn't make. Suicide makes it worse. No, suicide takes away the chance of it getting better.
Right.
Something like that. There's something before it, but like essentially it's like suicide is not. That's not the way that you do it, and you think that it's ruining. You think that it's getting away the pain, but it's actually you're taking away the chance of it getting better.
Right.
You know, so yeah.
I mean. I don't know. I don't know what could have been going on.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, because a lot of people, I remember when I saw it on Instagram, people were like, yeah, look. I mean, I've seen the name before, so I know that she was a fashion person, but I don't know if she was as big as Vera Wang or whatever.
I mean, she was up there, but she just recently sold her company like 7 years ago or more than 7 years ago. She sold it or she made it public? She sold Kate Spade to somebody.
Okay.
But then she started like a company in her daughter's name, which is kind of foretelling. Like,
oh.
I mean, she said she did it to raise her daughter, but, I mean...
Okay.
Like, gave away her company and then recently started another one. But maybe
to raise her daughter.
Yeah, like she took off from the fashion to raise her daughter.
Oh, okay.
You know? You're like, oh, now she's done? She's 13?
No, not even that. No, I thought you meant that she gave away Kate Spade to... And made this company to have money to raise her daughter. I was like, she had money from Kate Spade, but I'm sure
she started the company in her daughter's name, so her daughter had something to fall back on at some point.
Right. Or that money goes to her. Maybe.
Right. I don't know. The whole thing is really sad, and I think
absolutely.
It's important to check in on everybody every once in a while.
Yeah.
And make sure they're focused.
Mm-hmm. And
know that you're not alone. I mean, I think that's the biggest takeaway is that, like, you're not the only person who feels like this. What was I watching recently? And we were talking about that. I don't know, but I mean, in every situation in life, you're not alone. That's why I kind of like. That's the part of Facebook that I like. That like, if you have a problem, like I have a heart condition, like there's a whole forum of people out there who are going through things that I'm going through or worse.
Yeah, there's a group about everything.
That's where my niece found out how to get pregnant on the Lesbian Moms Trying to Conceive website. Mm-hmm. So, but there is a support group out there for everybody, and you should like look into them.
Yeah.
Anything new with you, Martini?
Nah, not really.
All right.
All right.
What are we talking about today?
Well, first we need to do some housekeeping. We had some answers.
Damn, I left my phone upstairs.
From our Twitter poll and some comments. So, what was it? Last episode. Was it last episode? No, it wasn't.
2 episodes.
Yeah, 2 episodes ago we had we were talking about last names and stuff like that. So I put 2 polls up on Twitter, and thank you all 4 people for answering. So the first question was, if you had a baby, would you give it your name or the father's name? And 1 vote at 100% went to give a new name entirely. So 1 person was like, nah, we're not having my name or their name. It's going to be either a combination of the name or like a completely new name.
That's weird. I didn't know you can even do that.
Yeah, some people do that. Yeah. Some people do that when even then they get married. I mean, if they don't have a baby and they want to get married, they'll have a name, like let's say Johnson and Smiths, they'd be like Smithson or something like that.
Oh, weird.
People do that. And the other question was, if you were to get married, would you change your last name or keep it? And this is 3 votes. 33% of females said they would change their name, and 67% of males say they would keep their name.
Of course they would.
So of course they would. So yeah. And we had a former guest leave a comment on the post, on the tweet, and it was Bridget. And Bridget said, "It depends on the name. I'd happily be Bridget Hemsworth or Bridget Bozeman, but Bridget Rudd just doesn't flow."
Hey, I like him, Bridge.
Oh, Paul Rudd?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. That seems just...
Jennifer Rudd sounds good.
I don't know. It's just weird to me that, like, okay, it doesn't quote unquote sound right, but like, all right, you getting married? Like, what the fuck? Like, you know what I mean? That's it. Like okay. So
you're old fashioned.
It's not even that I'm old fashioned. It's just that, like, you're I don't know. You're gonna give up marriage because the name doesn't sound right. I guess isn't that a little pretentious?
If you met a girl named Jean and she married you, she'd be Jean. She'd be like, no.
But I wouldn't go out with somebody named Jean.
Because of her name? How fucked up are you?
What do you mean, how fucked up are me? Like, I didn't say I would break up with her. I wouldn't do that. Would you go out with a name? Would you go out with
Tiki Barber? Yes.
What? No. Would you go out with
Rohan?
A person named any of the male members of your family? And yell out his name during sex?
Ew, that's weird.
Thank you.
I don't think of it like that, though.
But it would happen, though.
Oh, God. Anyway.
That's what I'm saying.
I always date guys with eclectic names, so it doesn't matter. That wouldn't happen.
So, that's all I'm saying.
Awkward.
That's all I'm saying. So, but I'm just saying, if it was like freaking whatever, like Jennifer... Like, if you met somebody named Richard Abernathy, you wouldn't marry him because of his last name?
Abernathy's cool. I like it.
Abernathy's cool. I'm just saying, I don't know.
If his name was like John Smith, I'd be like, ugh, no.
But yeah, you'd be like, but you would still do it.
I'd be Jennifer Barber.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Change the name. Change the name. Yes. Change the name.
Anyway. What are we talking about?
If you could be or stay in a celibate relationship. So, I'm sure. Yeah. So,
okay. You've like overrated how important I think sex is.
Okay, but to not have it at all until you get married. Thanks. Anyway.
Okay. Not that important to me.
Okay, but that just means that you would have it sparingly. I'm talking about not at all until you get married. And who's to say when you'll get married?
Yeah, really.
So 6 years, 7 years, 8 years. Okay.
Does oral count?
No, celibate.
Oh.
You can't even masturbate.
I don't anymore.
Oh, well, excuse me. Some of us still need to use our hand. All right.
Time for that.
So I got this thing. Well, it might not. I'm making it an easy question, but the thing is like, I wanted to do this a long time ago because I was watching the show. Jennifer knows, Casual.
Oh.
So it's a season.
Good show.
So season 3, episode 8. There was
that didn't last very long.
No, it's
no, the celibacy thing.
Oh, right. Because there was well, yeah, not for her, but for him, yeah. So the episode rounded about this guy named Jack, and Valerie is the main character, and they were in a relationship, but it was very, I won't say it was toxic, but it was very
toxic.
Well, yeah, but it was very sexual. So it was pretty much based on sex. But then he found out that he was an addict, so he had to stop seeing her. And then so the show keeps going on, and then they find each other again. And then he's like, "Look, I'm a sex addict, and I can't. Our this new relationship can't be like it was before. I really want to get to know you for who you are." And she's like, "All right, yeah, cool, we can do it." Because during the time between their last relationship and this one, she's been, just all over the place and all that stuff. So she thought that she could be grounded with him because she really liked the time that they had together. So they would go to like museums and, have like picnic dates and all that stuff. So, but in every instance, she would have this fantasy like they'd be fucking on the car or fucking on the picnic basket, a picnic blanket and all that stuff. And she would have to like wake herself up and then look at him and see that he's super normal, and then it comes to find out she thought that she can do this because she really wanted to know the guy, because she really did like him, but she really missed that adventurous wild side of him, which he can't give her at that stage in the relationship. So they broke up. So that's when I wrote that down, but like, yeah, I wrote that down like
decades ago,
months ago. Yeah, and I was like, oh yeah, let me digging through the files, and I was like, oh, let me pull this out. So I thought it was very interesting because there's two aspects to it. There's celibacy from the beginning or celibacy in the middle of the relationship, and I experienced the in the middle part, but I don't know too many people. Well, actually, no, I'm lying. I used to go to church, so I didn't know. Okay. I didn't know people who started it from the beginning. So I just wanted to talk about those aspects of it, and I just think that it's just a very interesting thing. So for me personally, I don't think I could, or at least I don't want to say it that way. I don't want to. I don't know if I could. Maybe I can, but I don't want to. I feel that she's like, excuse me? I feel that, and I'm not saying that I need to freaking hit you, have sex with you the first day or the first week or something like that. What is this, freaking Future and that girl that he was trying to smash? But, did you hear about that? Mm-mm. That, some girl is suing Future because he didn't reimburse her on her spending X amount of money to go see him. Because the thing was how the text was going was that, like, let's say she's in Houston, he's in California. He's like, yo, why don't you come out and see me? And she's like, all right, cool. So he's like, I'll give you $5,000 to come, to get on the plane.
I'd be like, my PayPal address is
to get on the plane and your hotel stay. Mm-hmm. And he was like, all right. No, I'm sorry. She was gonna pay for it. She was gonna pay for the hotel and the airfare, and he was like, all right, I'm gonna reimburse you what it is, no problem. Mm. And then she's like, okay. So she gets to Cali or whatever, she gets to the destination, and he's like, all right, so what's up? When we gonna link up and do this thing? She was like, oh no, I'm not that kind of girl. Blah blah blah. He was like, oh, all right, cool, no worries, I understand. And she's like, so what? So all right, so when are we gonna meet up? I was like, nah, we're not meeting up. It's like, what? What do you mean? But I'm here. It's like, nah, I'm good. And she's like, oh my god. So basically he left her, quote unquote, stranded in California, or the destination, and so she's suing him for not reimbursing. And everybody on the comments was like, what did you think that he wanted you to do? You know what I mean? Like, what, that he was gonna invite you to freaking like talk about Socrates and stuff like that? Like, what are you talking about? That should have
been discussed like before she put the money out.
But anyway, I feel that
me?
No, not you, as in Jennifer. That you don't see the full person unless you have sex with them. Now, I'm not saying you need to have it again now or a week in advance, or what? In a week of dating, blah blah blah. But from you withholding that, which you can. I'm not saying that you can't. If you want to be celibate, be my guest. But I feel that you're withholding not information, but just another side of you, because some people act differently after having sex. So I feel that it might be a disservice if you don't show that side until you essentially can't leave.
I think people act different after having sex when they're not in love and they're not committed. I think when people first start dating and they have sex, sometimes they act differently after because they don't know what it is. But if you're in a long-term committed relationship and you know what it is, sex is just a plus. So yeah, I don't think it should change anything between two consenting, loving adults. It shouldn't change anything.
It shouldn't, but you don't know how the chemicals react in your brain and all that stuff in your body. Like, you don't know. Like, some people, they get not to say get crazy, but I'm saying anything can happen. So I would like to know that before I commit to you.
You mean like if the sex is wacky, would still
no, not even whack. But I'm just saying, I feel it's a disservice if I don't know all of you and you expect me to marry you. You know what I mean?
I've never met anybody like that, and I don't know that I'd be able to be that disciplined. Not because sex is important to me, but because in the beginning of a relationship, usually people are like all over each other.
Yeah.
And like,
No, but you can kiss, you can cuddle, but I'm not trying to do that. No, let me rephrase that. I would love to kiss and I would love to cuddle, but to always cap it at that, just that, I don't like that.
I don't know.
So that's just me. But no, that was.
I don't know if I could do it or not do it. I obviously don't have to worry about it right now, but.
Well, you could change your mind. You could be like, look, I think we should restart our relationship and
maybe
just
that's the idea.
cut it off. Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, that will drive it home. What? We're not having sex again? Yeah, let me get a ring tomorrow.
Maybe.
No, it would not. It would totally not. But yeah. Because I remember two instances, and I definitely said this on the podcast before. I remember when I went to a wedding with my ex-fiance, and we were having the best time, and it was so awesome. And then everybody's in love. We're just having great time, just dancing, whatever, fooling around, cracking up. And then we got into, I believe it was her car, and I was driving. And we were just pretty quiet in the car and just driving back, because I believe I was driving her home so I can leave. And we were just kind of sad, and then I was like, yo, like, what's up? Like, what's going on? And she was just like, yeah, it just really sucks that like we don't like have our own like place. I was like, yeah, I was thinking like the same thing. And then because we both had it in our heads, because like we wanted to have sex, because we were just like so like in love, and like it was just a great night, and we just wanted to just go somewhere and have sex and cap off the night like that, just a beautiful night that way. And it just really sucks. So I don't I don't know how I would have. I don't know what I would be able to do if I was dating somebody and I felt that magic in me, and it just has to dissipate because we can't do anything. And I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm just listening.
And I did feel that because in the middle of our relationship, she wanted to stop because when she found God again, she was just like, I think we should stop.
I had a guy who did that once. He was whack.
The freaking Ramadan guy, right? Was that him? Oh, that was somebody else? Okay, because I thought I remembered from a podcast. But anyway, yeah, I remember she was like that, and I was like, what? Like, really? She's like, yeah, I feel bad. I don't think we should like do that or like do anything like that, like anything salacious. And I was like, man, okay, fine. And it was the worst. I mean, of course I loved her and stuff like that, so I wasn't gonna be like, all right, peace. But it was the worst because I don't know. I guess now I know because my love language is touch. But even before then, I was just like, this stinks. Like, we've gone there.
Right.
And I want to marry you, so it's not like I'm stepping out. Like, I don't understand why we can't do this. Mm-hmm. I understood her reasoning, and of course I respected it. But it was just like, I was like, come on, man. Like, really?
You guys care about sex more than we do.
Which is funny because I don't understand why women say that they're just as horny as men.
I think some of us are. I mean, I think at a certain age. I mean, right now, at the coming on the age of 40, it's just not that important to me.
Well, it's gonna be because that's when sex is most potent for women.
Wow, must have missed me.
No, that's gonna hit you. You're gonna be like, come here, boyfriend. You're like, ah. So, yeah, man. Why do you think cougars exist? What? So we can.
Because they're lonely.
No, that's different. No, cougars fuck. They don't invite younger people to watch Rick and Morty. You know what I mean?
That whole scenario just got really creepy.
No, but I'm just saying, like, they fuck. So because their sexual peak is in their 40s. So
did you read any articles that people were like, yes, it's the best thing ever?
What, celibacy? Yeah, actually, there was one. There was said four lessons learned after practicing celibacy over 3 years.
Oh my god!
So I was like, no, the other article that I'm gonna read is worse. Well, worse for me. So,
just paraphrase it for me.
Yeah.
My attention span is that of a flea today.
Okay, so there was this boyfriend and girlfriend who was having sex, and she lost her virginity to the guy, and things were going great. It's not like the sex was whack or anything like that. But just one day they decided that something was off, and then they decided, like, look, I don't think we should. I think we should, like, just curb it. And the guy was all for it. And he was like, all right, cool, because blah 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 blah. Oh yeah. So the woman says, while separated, I realized I made Justin the center of my life, a place that should have been reserved for me and God. During that time, I sought the advice of all the women in my life who had been through similar experiences. While sitting in my Nana's living room on a Sunday afternoon, she explained to me that you leave a bit of your soul with each person you sleep with, and in return, they leave a bit of their soul with you.
Deep.
Yeah. Then it dawned on me that I had been enjoying sex without understanding what it truly was, an exchange. There's absolutely nothing wrong with an exchange if you have a firm grasp of exactly what you are giving and receiving in return. I knew I loved Justin, but I didn't know his soul, and if I am being honest, I really didn't know mine either. We remained apart for 2 months before deciding life was better together. Because they broke up for a bit. So when they came back, they did the thing, and the original pitch was 40 days. They were gonna do 40 days. But then it just kept going. So they said 3 years, 2 months, 19 days. 1,175 days later, they did it. And then
did they hate it?
No, they said, how did you hold off? With faith. And then, were you ever tempted? Yes. Was it difficult? Yes. Was it worth it? Absolutely.
There you go.
So the 4 things was sex does not equal intimacy, which is true because they said there's other ways of exploring and being intimate. Number 2 was they became best friends. Sex was a distraction, preventing us from fully connecting on an emotional and spiritual level. Number 3, talk is cheap unless it's not. We quickly discovered that sex had been a placeholder for boredom, anger, excitement, or appreciation in our relationship. We forced to elaborate on exactly what we were feeling, which was especially difficult, yet rewarding with heightened emotions. So, every time they'd be like, hey, you look good today, sex. Hey, you look sad today, sex. You know what I'm saying? It was a placeholder instead of really knowing what.
Talking about the issue.
Exactly. And number 4, we can conquer anything. We went from having sex on a weekly basis for more than 4 years to removing sex entirely. We learned how to keep one another motivated and honest. We became well-versed in how to balance each other's strengths and weaknesses so we can function as a whole. So there's that.
Damn.
Yeah.
I'm going to try it.
Oh, my God.
No kissing.
You can do that.
I'm gonna ban it.
You're gonna ban kissing, so nothing
in protest.
So no kissing, no cuddling. So how? So
cuddle.
Hi, really?
No
so what? That's even worse.
I'm gonna make my own rules.
Yeah, make your own rules.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Don't know. You can't cuddle. I would say kiss and don't cuddle, because we all know.
What are we, roommates?
No, because we all know that you do the freaking butt move, and you're gonna do that automatically, and that's not good. That's not nice. That's teasing. At least kissing, it's quick.
Bye.
And there was another article from theguardian.com, and the title
sounds like a Jehovah's Witness magazine.
Okay. and the headline is, I don't think we'll ever have sex again. Our happy, cuddly, celibate marriage. And the byline is, Brian and Allison have been together for 25 years and haven't had sex for the past 20.
Why? Brian's having sex with someone else.
Why you got to do it like that for? No. He's had his fill, because I can't read everything, but he used to bang all other chicks with no problem, but then when he met his now wife, he didn't feel the need to have sex all the time, and she was like, yeah, I don't because when they were having sex, they would have it sparingly, like you want to, for some reason. So they're like, you know what? Oh, and they had kids too, but they were years in between kids, and they were like, so do you want to have sex again? And she was like, to tell you the truth, I don't. And he was like, well, I don't either. So what they do is just cuddling like you want, and yeah, they were just fine with it. And then
you don't have to take your clothes off to have a good time.
Good callback. And I guess there'd be less Me Too issues, right?
Well, yeah, I mean.
So, yeah. So I mean, that was pretty much it. It's we don't do that anymore. And there is a difference between celibate, sexless, and asexual, because their marriage is a sexless marriage, but it's not negative, because sexless has a negative connotation to it.
Yay, them.
So they are cool with it. I was just like, wow.
Goody goody gumdrops.
Okay. But yeah, I don't think I can.
Yeah, I don't know. I never really thought about it. I guess I've just been in a funk lately, so I don't really think about sex. But I think, I don't know.
Yeah, but sometimes y'all get randy for no reason. No, but what I'm saying is, y'all get randy for no reason, but then what do you do then? When you're celibate, You can't.
Monopoly. That'll kill anything.
Monopoly.
That'll kill anything.
Oh my god! But
I don't know. I couldn't do it for like the rest of my life. I mean,
I guess it's just because like, why just kill the sexual urge? I mean, I'm not saying go out and fuck the first dude that you see.
My parents are having sex. Information I did not need to know.
That's good because that is reassuring that sex doesn't go away at their age. That's amazing. That's awesome.
Not with Viagra.
No, yeah. Well, no. I mean the woman. Like the woman still wants to have sex at that age. That's freaking awesome. You know, because some people just stop. They're just like, nah, we good. We're done with that. That's a young man's game. Excuse me. Get your ass in this bed. Let's go. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want that shit to stop. For what? I mean, if it hurts, okay. I completely understand.
You're just getting dramatic with this.
What do you mean dramatic?
If it hurts.
No, it might hurt for her because it's super dry down there.
Yeah, when you get older, you need like lubricants.
That's what I mean. No, I mean like if it hurts
Summer's
and it's that's an old ass product, yo. Is it still around?
I think so. It's not good for you, by the way, ladies. Don't put that.
Summer's Eve.
Don't put that shit in your vag. It's not good. Take some natural shit.
Oh my goodness. No, that's all that I'm saying, man. It's just like, I don't know. Not that. Okay, not my tip, like Martini's tip, but I believe
pro tip.
I believe that if you are doing the whole celibacy thing, one, it should be talked up front. Well, definitely. So if the guy wants to do it, then it could be done at the beginning. I don't think that you can have sex and then all of a sudden take it away. Like in the middle. I mean, if the woman wants to become celibate in the middle of a relationship, I'm not saying that you shouldn't do that. Like if you have a revelation that like this, I need to do this for me, blah, 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 all this stuff. Okay, I understand that. But
some people give it up for life.
Don't be surprised if the guy leaves. And if he leaves, it's not you. You know what I'm saying? Like you just need to do this for you. That's what I'm saying. If you feel that you need to do this for you, absolutely go right ahead.
He's a self-centered jerk that only thinks with his dick.
But I'm just saying, no, I wouldn't take it that far.
No,
I wouldn't take it that far. Like
if
the guy.
If you're with me and you quote unquote love me, but I tell you I don't want to have sex anymore and you leave me, you're a self-centered jerk that only thinks with your dick.
No.
Yeah.
No, because you know what I think? I think that, let's say, then he's like, okay, then now you want to get married. I mean, not that you want to get married. Maybe they wanted to get married before the whole celibacy thing. Fine. She says, okay, I want to wait until we get married. All right, cool. So let's say now we get married. I feel that the woman is not going to increase her sex escapades with me.
I don't know.
Like she's gonna be fine with whatever. Like I feel like you're setting yourself up bad. Like that's what I mean. Like if a guy, I mean, if you say I want to stay celibate, until we get married. All right, cool. So let's say you stay celibate. Well, I guess because I'm not having sex. So let's say we stay together for 5 years. Mm-hmm. We get married. Yo. That is 5 years we need to make up. Let's go.
Oh my God.
You need to be a whore for me. Let's go. Let's go. You know, because you're not having sex either. So I mean, I know I'm not the only one that's deprived. You too. So let's go. So now you're gonna hit me with the let's only have it like once every other month. What? For what? This has been 5 years and nothing.
Go out and have lots and lots of sex so you can get over it.
No guy gets over it because we can still continue to have sex well in our 70s. So we're not gonna get over it. We're just that like, let's go. That's the thing that I don't understand. Why don't girls want to have sex? Why does it feel like I'm
not the one to talk about with
No, but like why does it feel like it's only the men who want to have sex? Like girls want to have sex too. Y'all,
because you guys think with your penis and we can think rationally.
No, but you guys sex is biological. Stop that. It's not mental. So like you guys get horny too. Like you don't want to freaking jump Idris Elba's bones. Okay, so like you get horny too.
I don't really want to jump his bones. That sounds like a lot of work.
It sounds like a lot of work. Fine, he'll just lay there with his freaking penis at attention, and you can just like lay down.
I'm like, hi, penis.
Okay. No, but I'm just saying. I don't know. I don't know.
All right. Well, we know how Martini feels about this. That's his topic and his opinion. I don't know. I don't think
she only doesn't know because she's in a funk. We'll ask her like in a month, and then she'll be like, "Hell yeah, what the fuck? Give me that dick," So
no. It's not that important to me. It never really was.
Okay, but one, you're saying it as a person who has sex. Two,
you think I have sex like around the clock?
No. You're saying it as a person who does have sex, who can readily have sex. That's what I'm saying, because you are in a relationship. Two,
I didn't have sex the whole month of Lent.
Okay.
40 days.
All right.
Did I cry about it? Nope.
But then did you have sex? How long after the 40 days did you have sex?
I know, 10 more days. I don't know.
All right, but you still had it though. But what I'm saying, celibate, you're not having that at all.
I get it.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't know.
So yeah, you're saying
I don't have the answer.
You're saying you can. It's not important to you, but you still have it though. I'm saying that you don't have it at all until you get that ring on your finger, and I feel that people are getting set up that way.
I don't know that it's a setup. I think that if you go into a relationship and those are your religious beliefs, and you either have to abide by them or be out. And, that's it. You don't get into a relationship with someone who can't abide by your religious beliefs. But, yeah, I do think you're right that, like, if you start having sex, like, it is kind of weird to say, like, oh, we shouldn't do this anymore. Like, if she says that to you, like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe she's something.
And then what's good after I put the ring on? You know what I mean?
It's not just about the ring. It's about the commitment. It's about the whole thing. Like, most people our age, if they get engaged, are getting married shortly after. So if you can't wait until shortly after, then, No.
But
like if I got engaged, I got engaged this week or something, I would say to my boyfriend, like, okay, like let's get married within a year. And if I said to him, like, let's not have sex again until we get married, so at least it could be special that night. Like, I think he would be fine with that. Mm-hmm. Doesn't mean that we can't like be affectionate to each other or whatever else. Mm-hmm. But since the purpose of sex is really biblically just for reproducing, and you're not supposed to have sex until your wedding night.
Right.
A lot of us have already forepassed that and committed many sins by whatever religion you abide by. Mm-hmm. So, like, if you could take a break for 6 months to a year so that night does have some kind of special connotation to it, then why not?
No, I could understand, but my definition of sex is a culmination of two people connecting with each other.
Right, but there's other ways to connect.
There's absolutely other ways to connect.
That's just your favorite way.
But sex is there too. Why does that have to be off the table?
Why does it have to be on the table?
Because it exists.
A lot of things exist.
That's why.
So does like masochism, but like
no, but I'm saying there's other intimate stuff, but like that, like that's just, it's the same thing. Like you always said. Well, I mean, I know you don't like flowers, but like let's say if I gave you flowers every other week, you're like, damn, son. Okay, I get it. Flowers, great. Let's do something else. Like, we're going to go around the whole many ways that I can be intimate to you until we get to sex again. So why can't I do that? Let's say there's 18 ways of being intimate with each other. And it
sounds like you're still very angry about what your ex-fiance told you.
No, but what I'm saying is, like, let's say there's 18 ways to be intimate, and sex is the 18th. And I do the 17 things 3 times over.
But if she tells you, when we get married, you can have 18, would you just wait?
Wait, what?
If she tells you when we get married, you could have number 18, would you just wait?
I need 18, 19, 20, 22 because you're making me wait.
That would happen.
No, I'm not sure.
Oh my God. I'm not having this argument with you.
It's not an argument. I'm just saying I'm not sure, yo.
I don't know.
Because now you can see that how much you can ration that out to me. So now you're like, you don't need this every other day.
Tinder, like, fast.
Why?
Because even when we have other conversations, like, you're very fixated on sex, and I know. I'm just fixated on why people aren't. That's what I'm. Because not everybody thinks like that. Not even all men think like that. Mm. Yes, all men probably like sex and love sex, but maybe it's not like on the forefront of their minds. Like, they want to
and that's fine.
Build and do other things first.
And that's fine. That's fine. The times that but I'm not necessarily fixated on it. The the longest time that I was in a relationship that didn't have sex was 4 months. It can happen. I can do other things. But just to not be sexual, why? Why are you taking that side away from us? Like, to prove what?
From you.
No, to us. Because, again, girls get horny, too. I don't want to hear that they don't. You know? So why take that other side away?
Listeners, Martini, because I don't know.
Fine. That's the freaking question. Why y'all don't want to freaking have sex? Because you're getting on my damn nerves.
He's quite angry about it.
No, I'm just saying, man. I don't understand why you got to take that aspect away.
All right, well,
that's all that I'm saying.
Write in. Tell us what you think.
Yes, write in. You know what it is. bedlovebeyond@gmail.com. You can hit us up on our website, www.bedlovebeyond.com. You can give us a call or text us at 201-862-8BED. That is 201-862-8233. You can hit us up on Facebook, www.facebook.com/bedlovebeyond. And you can follow us at bedlovebeyond on Instagram, Twitter, Periscope, and YouTube. Thank you for listening to us on Podbean, iTunes, Pocket Cast, Stitcher, and
Google Play Music.
Please rate, review, like, and subscribe to us on any of the devices that you listen to. So yeah, you freaking write us in, because it's not cool. If you're doing it, great.
Let Martini know, because he's very upset about that.
No, if you're doing it, like I said, do it from the beginning. Don't do it in the middle, because it's only going to be bad things. So do it at the beginning. If you're doing it at the beginning, that's great, because the guy isn't expecting anything. You know, like he knows what it is from the beginning. You know, and all the Christian and Catholic people, religious people who are doing it from the beginning, that's great. That's what I want to know too. Like how, if you're doing it from the beginning, how sexually active are you after the fact? You know, or are you still just like once every 2 months? You know what I mean?
Oh my goodness.
What are you looking at me for?
Thank you for listening. This has been an intriguing conversation where we are on opposite sides of the pole.
Mm-hmm. Not really. She's just in a funk. She really agrees with me. I
really don't care.
All right. See you guys.
Peace.